Hello, my name's Sue Eldridge and this is my Monday Moment. Thank you so much for joining me. I love expensive perfume. Well, it's not the expense that I love, it's that really strong smell. One of my favourite things to do in an airport is to walk around the duty free just smelling, just being immersed in that smell. And I love it when somebody walks past me in the street or in a room and I can smell their perfume and it just fills the air, and it's like this wonderful waft that they leave in their wake as they move forward. And I even squirted some of my expensive perfume on today. Well, because I knew this was what I was talking about. Not that you'll be able to appreciate it, but I can smell it and I love it. And what it made me feel is what is it we leave a trail behind us when we go forward? What are people left inhaling? What are people left feeling when we've walked past them, or we've left the room, or we've come into the room? It's what we carry. It's what oozes out of us. In Psalm 23, well, we all know that psalm, but in verse 6 it says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." Now we know what that's talking about. It's talking about God's goodness and mercy following us. But I want to ask you, and I ask me, what is following me? What am I leaving behind for people to feel when they've been with me? There's an amazing song by Brian and Katie Torwalt. I get that name wrong all the time, but anyway, and it's called "When You Walk Into the Room." And the lyrics go like this: "When you walk into the room, everything changes. Darkness starts to tremble at the light that you bring. And when you walk into the room, every heart starts burning, and nothing matters more than just to sit here at your feet and worship you." And it goes on. It's beautiful, but these are the bits I want to point out. When you walk into the room, sickness starts to vanish. Every hopeless situation ceases to exist. And when you walk into the room, the dead begin to rise, because there's resurrection life in all you do. Oh my goodness, even now I could weep, because that's who He is. But when you walk into a room, when I walk into the room, what do we bring? Wouldn't that be amazing? If somebody said, "Sue, when you walk into the room, my hopelessness lifts. I feel joy. I feel there's a reason to go on." What about you? What do you bring into a room? What do you bring into a room? What do you leave in a room when you leave? Oh my goodness. You know, Peter, when we read through Acts, Peter, people were coming to touch his shadow because they were getting healed. It was just oozing out of him. What is in you? What is in me that we leave a trail of, that infects, affects the people around us, the spaces we're in? You know, the Bible tells us that we are the light, that we have the aroma of Christ. So what that means is when we go into a situation in our workplace, I can remember when the kids were little, going into the mother and toddlers group, and I would imagine that it was in darkness. But whenever I came in, full of the Holy Spirit, full of the love of God, I was bringing light. And it didn't matter whether I actually preached the gospel or not, because I was light. And anyone that comes within a sphere of light is in the light. And I just want to remind myself of that is who we're supposed to be, the aroma of Christ, so that when we leave the room, they're going, "Wow, that was amazing. I feel so much better now. Wow, I feel hope. That doesn't seem quite as bad as I thought." You know, now in this pandemic, more than ever, we need to be the church. We need to be the living, breathing representation of God's kingdom, of Jesus Christ here on earth. So let's make sure that what is following us is mercy, goodness, kindness, honor, love, not judgment, not anger, not accusation. Oh my goodness, let's embody all that's Christ-like, and let's be to this world a beautiful aroma and a light in the darkness. God bless you. Bye.